going to trace out this diagram of the watchful eye. Then I'll create a file and I'm going to engrave it on the SFX laser. I'm just going to quickly show how I traced out this diagram using Logic Trace to create the file for the fiber laser. The diagram I'm tracing is about 17 inches across. The fiber laser is metric, so I'm going to have to shrink this diagram down to about 55 millimeters by 80 millimeters. The diagram is fairly detailed, but it didn't take that long to trace out, and it's going to look good done on anodized black aluminum business cards. And it's going to be interesting because we're going from a 17-inch diagram across down to 55 millimeters by 80 millimeters, which is quite small. Well, it's a business card. And it won't lose any detail. Shown here, I'm using Lightburn to run the fiber laser. So here I'll load in that file, I'll convert it to metric, and then I'll get all the parameters set up for the engrave. Once I have all the parameters set up, I'll just send those files through the USB port to the laser. I also forgot to mention here that I'm using anodized black aluminum business cards. They're about 0.8 millimeters thick. They're about 55 millimeters by 80 millimeters in size. Just for some information, I'm using a 175 millimeter lens on the fiber laser, and it's running at about 30% power, but it's a 100-watt laser. These black anodized aluminum business cards make a really cool engrave because they look like black and white photographs. You can see here the finished product. It looks good. This is my setup with the computer and the fiber laser on the right hand side, the enclosure and the exhaust.